Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert here. In this video we're going to be going through arithmetic sequences and either finding the next term or the nth term in a sequence. So let's look at this first one. It says find the next term in the sequence. We start with -5, we go up to 0, so we've added 5, and then we go up from 0 to 5, so we add 5 again. So the next term, which is the next number in the sequence, will take 5, add another 5, and the next term in the sequence will be 10. Okay, let's try another one. Find the next term in the sequence. So we go 6, we go down to 3, so we subtract 3 from 6, and then we subtract another 3 and go down to 0. So the next term in the sequence we'll have to subtract yet another 3. So 0 minus 3 is going to be -3. That's going to be the next term in the sequence. Okay, now we move on where we're finding the nth term in an arithmetic sequence. So for instance here it says find the 100th term in the sequence. Now you could go and list out 100 terms, but that's not going to be very efficient. The nth term in the sequence, which we'll call a sub n, is going to equal the first term in the sequence, a sub 1, plus the number of the term minus 1 times the common difference. So that's the general formula. So for the 100th term, we'd write a sub 100 equals the first term 2 plus 100 minus 1 times the common difference between the terms, which is 4, because we add 4 to get to the next term. So times 4. So this is going to be 2 plus 99 times 4 okay, so 2 plus 99 times 4 is 398. Okay, so the 100th term in the sequence is 398. Now you may be asking, why do you do 100 minus 1? Well, if we're finding the 100th term in the sequence here, and we start with our first term, we're only going to add 4 99 times to get to the 100th term. You know, if you think about the second term, you only added 4 one time. If you think about the third term, you only added 4 two times. That's why you take away 1 here. Let's keep going with this and try a few more problems. So problem 4, find the 999th, I think this should be 99th, term in the sequence. Okay, so we go from 5 to 1, so we subtract 4 to get to the next term. And then from 1 to -3, we subtract 4. So we're going to say that the 999th term, a sub 991, equals the first term 5 plus 999, or 991 minus 1 times -4. So that's going to be 5 plus 990 times -4. All right, so let's do that on the calculator. So we do 5 plus 990 times -4, and we get -3,955. and that's the 991st term. Maybe first is right. Anyways, so that's how we got the 91st term, 991st. All right, let's try number 5. Find the 10,000th term in the sequence. So we start at 2, we add 2, then we add 2 again, and we keep going that way. So A sub 10,000 equals the first term 2 plus 10,000 minus 1 times 2. All right, so we got 2 plus 9,999 times 2. And if we put that into our calculator, 2 plus 9,999 times 2, we get 20,000. So A sub 10,000 equals 20,000. All right, let's try one more. Okay, so find the 1,331st term in the sequence. So we start at 20, we go to 5. So we subtract 15 here. Then we go from 5 to negative 10, we subtract 15. So the 1,331st term, A sub 1,331, equals our first term 20 plus 1331 minus 1 times negative 15. Okay, so A sub 1,000, let me fix that, 1,331 equals 20 plus 1,330 times negative 15. All right, so let's work that out on the calculator. So we have 20 plus 1,330 times negative 15, and that's negative 19,930. And that's our 1,331st term. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If it was, please like and subscribe.